Hey, Highlanders, welcome to episode 9 of Highlander Live. We'll go ahead and bring on co-host. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir. Merry Christmas.
How you been?
Not too bad. Very busy, actually. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't even feel like I had time off work there. It just went by so quick, back to work today.
I go back tomorrow, so I feel your pain.
Yeah, it's tough, man. But it's only a 4-day week, so not too bad.
Not too bad. That's right. So today we're going to do a few things. First, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Bryan Neely, who is an OCR racer. He is in the military, and he is also doing DecaFit, and he's teaching classes, apparently. We'll ask him about that. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and start off a quick promo for Bryan and his new book, and then we'll have him tell us about it. Hey, there he is. Bryan, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great. I had to leave that little commercial up there so everybody it took me a while to read through that back end. I kept cutting myself short, so I thought I'd give people a little extra time there to read that. So you got a book going?
I do. It's been taken off.
Awesome. So just a little background on yourself. You do OCR, and you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I got into obstacle course racing really in September of 2019 was my first Spartan race. I did a Spartan sprint. I was an active duty Navy officer stationed in Jacksonville, Florida at the time. Had an opportunity to go out and race, and I was hooked ever since. And then what really got me into competing on the obstacle course racing side was I ended up running a race in Jacksonville, did very well. And I was like, I can compete. And I just wanted to push myself and see how things would go. And ever since, it's kind of continued to get into competition. But one thing I really love obstacle course racing for is the camaraderie, the brotherhood. Coming from a military background, I tell people it's really changed my life, and it's really saved my life in a lot of ways. And some really tragic things I've had to go through in the past couple of years, and really bad depression states, and just rock bottom, as a lot of people would say. Obstacle course racing, the community, the challenge of itself, I think you learn a lot about life and about yourself, just because, like I tell people, life is going to throw you obstacles. I'm a believer, everyone's going through a battle that not everybody else knows about. So in a race, you go through a race, you have this objective of a finish line you want to cross. Same thing in life. You might have a goal that you want to obtain, and you're going to have obstacles that come up. And some of them you're going to already know about, but sometimes you're going to get to an obstacle and maybe it rained the night before or the morning of, and it's slippery. And something that you used to do with ease is now a struggle. And it's the same thing. Maybe you get a bad phone call and it completely wrecks your day. Well, obstacle course racing has been an opportunity for me to challenge myself as well as inspire other people, to show them like, hey, you can do something hard by committing to a Spartan race or any type of obstacle course race like Highlander Assault, and you can learn that, hey, I can get through this. It's hard, but I can continue to go. And you have a brotherhood, a sisterhood surrounding you that only makes you better. And when you look back, it's like, man, crossing that finish line is an amazing feeling, but the feeling of the family that you have in the obstacle course racing community, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
And that being said, is that part of some of the inspiration for writing this book?
I would say so. So when I transitioned from active duty, I immediately, when I got to Tennessee, which is where I live now, I lost my 21-year-old cousin to suicide. So I've lost a lot of people at a young age. And there's a lot of young people out there, but also adults that I think are trying to find their identity in other things. And they're trying to be like somebody else, and life is hard, and we're all going to face obstacles. And I'd always wanted to write a book, and kids has been something. I don't have kids. I'm not married. I've never been married. But it's something that I love, being around kids. And something just clicked in me one day, was the opportunity to really make a difference in the future of our country and the future of this world, is being able to inspire and empower other people, especially the younger generation.
Mhm.
In this book, I wrote it, obviously it's targeted for kids because it is a kid's book, but it was so much more than that. There's a lot of detail in it. I wrote it for even businesses, and it's a story that's told in a creative and easy way to read a book. There's pictures, that the illustrations are absolutely phenomenal. And the story is all about being able to embrace who you were created to be, because I'm a firm believer that, like, of all the things I've went through, the challenges, the struggles, when I truly embraced who I am, and I've worked with some really big time people, very successful in the military, outside the military. And one thing I've seen when studying them or spending time just working with them or around them, was what really elevated them taking off in life and business and whatever they did, was embracing who they are and embracing their strengths. And the story in this book is about a T-Rex dinosaur that goes through an obstacle course race. It gets to the rings that it can't do because its arms are too short.
Mhm.
So then it goes to my retreat property that I have, and it learns to embrace who God created it to be, learns to embrace its strengths, and then goes back through the race a year later. And instead of being embarrassed and bullied and feeling bad because they're trying to be like somebody else, the T-Rex embraces who it was created to be, which T-Rexes have a strong bite and a strong jaws. So it uses its mouth to conquer the rings and gets back through. And instead of losing it, it wins the race. And then it goes on, instead of being arrogant, it's humble. And it's all about uplifting other people and inspiring them. And I would say the reason for writing this book has been just, I wanted to inspire and empower other people to really be confident in who they are. Because I think when you embrace who you are, it doesn't matter the person that you're talking to, the room that you walk into. It doesn't matter how much money they have, the fame that they have, the accolades, the background. You feel confident in who you are. So it's, no matter what room I walk into, I don't have to compare myself to other people. I'm unique the way that I was created to be. And when you truly embrace that, life changes. And you still have obstacles, you still have bad days, but there's things that you can do. And a lot of obstacle course racing, I think, teaches you is that grit, that resilience, and being able to utilize those things to overcome whatever obstacles come up in life.
Yeah,
I read it
I read
tonight with my
Go ahead.
son. We just went through it real quick, and I found it to be, you know, even for me that do a lot of obstacle races. Now, obviously, he was more into the pictures. He's 5. He loved
Yeah.
the pictures, and that was great. I found the message fundamentally to be great, and
Mhm.
it's something that struck a chord with me, because there's certain obstacles that I have difficulty with. And like in the book there, the guy, the dinosaur, kind of just gave up almost. It was like it hung its head down. But there's always somebody out there to help us, and there's always support if we need it. You mentioned brotherhood, sisterhood. You're right. I mean, an OCR race, that race itself on that day is like life in itself. You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to
Yep.
have your slips and your falls and your tumbles. But at the end of it, you realize there's a lot of people around you. So and the illustrations were fantastic. I don't know who. I just thought they were. My son was just blown away by the pictures. So really good book. I would suggest anybody to check it out. Get it on Amazon.
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a team from NOC College of Art and Design, 3 illustrators, truly phenomenal. Their information and stuff is in the book as well, and truly a blessing to be able to work with them. I learned a lot through the process, and it was all a learning process for all of us. And it turned out to be an absolutely incredible book. And it was #1 on Amazon's new release. I don't know where it's sitting right now, but yeah. So it blows my mind. It's taken off as far as getting this opportunity, and Go Ruck Nation is allow me to speak in. I'm just trying to get the hands into as many people as I can. And I've got a big time Christian artist that I'm networking with in regards to potentially getting Embrace Your Roar on tour. So it's all to me about taking the message all over the world and inspiring other people. And it's not about money. It's literally just, I want to be able to make a difference in this world because I know the message of the book, because it's changed my life. And I wanted to be able to change that kid's life or even that adult's life that is out there and they're struggling, or they just need some humorous way to motivate them to get them up and going. And that person that needs that message, that's what motivates me to keep pushing, to keep moving. Is I know there's people out there that are either going through what I've been through and that feeling of, man, I'm all alone. And I want them to know, like, you're not alone. And the things that are happening to you, the obstacles that you find yourself up against, they're not just obstacles. Those obstacles, I want people to start to look at them as opportunities. It's an opportunity that obstacle could be what really is building the endurance and the strength that you need to face that next area of life that you're gonna find yourself in. So, and it's in the military training I've been through, deployments. I've been all over the world. I've been blessed to be able to do some really cool things, work with some really amazing people at a very young age. And I just try to utilize those things. And you see it in the book. Like this book, the characters, actually, the main character is after my youngest brother. The bear is after one of my brothers. The monkey is named after my best friend, his dad, who had a big influence in my life when I was going through that rock bottom time, transitioning out of the military. And then I've got like the characters to the themes to the location. The Rise It Up retreat is a real place that I own, and I hold retreats there on a quarterly basis and welcome people there. And it's just been a ministry field and an opportunity to, again, shine light and love to people all over the world. And I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Good for you. That's wonderful.
Bryan, is there a way, like, if anybody has any questions for you, you have a web page, your Instagram,
so
what would you like people to contact you with?
So if they go to www.riseitup.org, they can find information there. They can put their info in, leave me a message, or if they want to follow me on Instagram at Bryan, Bryan, Neely, Neely, the number 12. That'll be probably either one of those ways will be the best way to get in contact with me. They give them an opportunity to see kind of the way things are going, where the book's going, different things coming down the line, and an opportunity that I'm just an ordinary person that I'm just trying to do extraordinary things. I'm no different than the people watching this, listening to this video. I've just made a decision that I know that God's blessed me with an opportunity and things, resources and different things to be able to utilize. And I want to take those, and I'm going to go until the day that I die. And so that would be the best way for them to get in contact with me.
Awesome. Isn't that the great thing, Chad, about OCRs too? We get to meet great people like Bryan, and there are so many people out there. When you get to travel, I'm sure you said you did. You get to travel, do these different races. You really get to see the goodness in people, and that's the one thing that we always keep finding in OCR. There's just an awesome support network. And the people are just, obviously they're out doing positive things, so they're going to be exuding positivity. And we've got another example in you today. So keep doing what you're doing. I think it's fantastic. And
thank you.
I love the entrepreneurial aspect of it too, and bringing that word out there. I think it's brilliant. So I'm inspired by you. So keep up the good work. And maybe we'll see. I'm sure you have a couple other books up your sleeve, but maybe that's for another day.
I've got some that are in my mind, and the wheels have already been turning. But right now I'm trying to blow this thing up as much as I can, just because I believe there's a lot of people out there that need this message. So that's, man, I appreciate this so much. This has been true honor. When y'all asked me, I was like, heck yeah, this is awesome. So thank y'all.
It's definitely our pleasure. Folks, go out and get Embrace Your Roar, and that's on Amazon. It's one of the top books to come out recently here. So get on there and get it now. Hopefully they don't run out, right? You can always make more.
Yeah, they won't. We'll make sure. And I'm planning to see y'all on June 8th. That's when y'all's event is, right? June 8th.
so for coming on the show today, Bryan, we're going to give you, there's 3 races that day. We're going to comp one of your races for coming and spending some time with us today. I'll
Okay.
reach out to you. We'll take care of that later.
Awesome.
We'd love to see you do at least 2 of them that day out of the 3. So
Okay. Maybe I'll do all 3. Maybe.
Yeah, you will.
we'll get you all that information and good luck with everything in the future. And we can't wait to see you in June.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it so much. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
You too,
Take care,
sir.
Bryan.
Thanks again.
All right. God bless.
Take it easy. What a good lad.
What a great guy, huh?
Yeah, that is. God, I want to go out and write a book now, Chad. Let's write a book.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I'll leave it to the experts. We just keep making. We just keep making crappy Facebook lives.
Videos are easier. So speaking of videos, I got another video for you. What we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about our release of our official race gear that our team normally just wears, but we're releasing that so everybody can rep some Highlander assault gear. Yeah, Matt's got his on. I got my sweatshirt on. They feel so comfy. These sweatshirts are the best. Your name is included as part of the cost. Check out on at HighlanderAssault.com. If you go to the official team gear tab, it'll take you to where you can order those things. So let me go ahead and give you a quick preview. Some of these pictures, I do apologize, are a little bit blurry. I'll get a better copy here soon, but it just kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking for. We'll go ahead and reel this real quick, Matt, and then we'll come back and you can tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are.
If you insist.
So, folks, that gives you a quick idea on what is available from Wooter Apparel, who is making our uniforms now for us. What is very nice about them, a lot of you have tried some other race companies, and the prices are getting, you're up above $100 once you put a name on something. Sometimes the sweatshirts, the long sleeve racer jerseys. These Wooters they're under $50 for pretty much everything. Anything that you want on there. So for the price of the one jersey from another, you can get 2 or 3 items from Wooter. The quality's great. The sweatshirts are phenomenal. We love the design. Again, you can get your name on the back. What are your thoughts, Matt?
I like it. I think it's good company. The fella, so it's American. It's not local, I guess, but it's USA. It's American made.
East Coast, but it's American made.
So that's a big one. Always going to be a big one for me, even if it's not that good. That's still...
Right. And another thing, and I kind of, with talking with Peter from Wooter, I think he had the sense that the stuff takes a little while to make, but you guys will be surprised as far as Legendborn goes, and some of these other companies they take a little bit longer. So Wooter can get you this stuff a lot quicker, and we're excited to have them on board. So definitely take a look at that. If you want to order one, that's fine. If you want to stick with your other company jerseys, that's fine too. We just thought you'd want to rep Highlander, and we think we picked a good one.
Yeah, Josh and Tricia brought that up too. The size is, you might want to mention the size more, but you should go up about 2 or 3 sizes, in fact.
Well, I would say 1 to 2 after Christmas for me, maybe 3. But so the sweatshirts, and we found like the bottoms, the compression bottoms even, and the sweatshirts, those all pretty much fit to a T. It's and they have a thing called a shooting shirt, which is a looser race shirt that fits pretty darn perfect. Just the compression is a little bit too compression. So we do say go to the sizing chart. If you go to the Wooter's website, there's a sizing chart on there, and take your measurements and then match them to that sizing chart, and you'll have no problem at all. Some people like them a little tighter, so You may go up one size, you may go up two size, you may like it super tight. So we always suggest use the sizing chart. But other than that, and I've had that issue with other compressions too. It's not, I think it's a lot of people just get in the mind that I'm a large t-shirt.
Right.
Compression is different. So you have to kind of get those measurements down to get it correct. But other than that, as long as you're checking those sizing charts, making sure you're measured up, you should be good to go. Again, you can go to HighlanderAssault.com, go to our race gear tab, and I think it says official race gear on there. Click on that. It'll take you through all that. That same video is on there also. So speaking of racing, we got a lot of races coming up in 2024, right?
Can't wait. Yeah.
And then let me just play this real quick, and then we'll get back to the races. This will just give you an idea of what's out there. All right, so you saw us splash through. We'll break them down one at a time, guys. I'll ask Matt kind of some questions about each race. Abominable Snow Race is the first one.
Brilliant.
Matt.
What a way to start. What a way to start off the season. Bitter cold, hopefully conditions. A challenging course, very hilly. And I've started my training yesterday. And zero alcohol. I'm going to be dry the month of January. I'm going to go. There's no kids watch this, is there? I'm going to go fucking hard this year. I'm really going to go hard, and I'm focusing on my training. If anyone wants a good training schedule, myself and Ryan Seifert has come up with a good training schedule to get us off the blocks and ready to go for ASR. So that's the first one, and I'm excited for it. What about you, Chad? You going to run it?
I'm going to run it, man. I took a vacation day to get out to Abominable this year. So, I mean, I even worked out today, if you can believe that.
Did you really?
I did.
Your brain muscle.
Well, you know what? Actually, I've been out for a while. I had that COVID about a month ago. And I started getting that cough, man. And I'm just kind of getting over it, able to get on the row machine, to the elliptical and stuff, to try to get my breath back. So, I'm hoping I'll be good and in shape and ready to go. So let me ask you this. Do you know what date Abominable Snow Race is?
Yes.
The fact is that I don't remember.
When is it?
The fact is that I don't remember.
That's right. It's January 27th, 2024. So we hope to see you guys all out there. The snow gods, let's please pray to the snow gods so that we can have snow that day. There's nothing better than to have, there's nothing better than to have snow come down on an Abominable Snow Race. I know last year they had a little bit of snow coming down to make it a little difficult, but hopefully it's a nice neutral kind of snow where it's just all day, but it doesn't mess up travel. So we're hoping for that. Do you remember what your favorite part about Abominable Snow Race was?
I always like that. I like the running trail over by where the graveyard is. For some reason, I don't know. I just liked all those trails. I was always a big fan of that. Some of those climbing obstacles, especially when it's cold, it's a true test. I enjoy that as well. You know, the rope climbs or the different the nets and things. But I just like being out there. I love the fire pits. I love that whole communal area the lads have at the beginning. I like the MC at the race there. I know you had said that this guy was very good. Hopefully he's there again, but he was a good lad and made it enjoyable. Good music, and it got everybody rocking and going. But it's always a good time there. It doesn't matter how cold it is, or even if there isn't any snow or there is snow. It's the first big one of the season, and that's what we all look forward to. We're all hibernating almost and getting ready to go. So yeah,
I agree. Having the Yeti come by the tent and hanging out with the Yeti and seeing old friends and people in the local community, because we have this break between the last fall race all the way through Christmas and all that, And then
Right.
bam, we start 2024 with a bang and Abominable Snow Race. So I can't wait. I believe our next live, we will have Bill Wolf on from Abominable as it's getting close, so he can tell us a little bit more about what's going on, what's new, what's coming back, those kind of things. So we look forward to having him on there.
And I'm sure they need some volunteers, Chad. So maybe if
Absolutely.
anybody wants to reach out to Bill and get a bit of volunteering in, if they don't want to do that first race, but they want to help at a race, I'm sure he's not going to turn you away. So if you want
Yeah,
to
if you have
volunteer,
questions, you can always go to their Facebook page, leave them a message, or I believe they have Instagram, and just leave them a message. They'll get back to you and help you figure out how to sign up. Even better, if you have a group of friends that want to come out to volunteer, that'd be great too. So definitely reach out for that. Our next race, the Mythic race, that was the one we did down in Missouri last year.
yeah, it was indeed.
They did a great job for their first. That was their first go round, wasn't it, or second?
Whatever. Hold on.
Yeah, the Mythic race, we brought our team down and ran that, and Matt has to brag. He's bringing the trophy from that for the biggest team. So a lot of great obstacles, race-ready obstacles went down and helped set up that one up. A lot of nice rigs. They had Highlander cavers there, and then they had archery like we do. They also had that one rig at the end with the almost like the steering wheel thing where you had to move.
Oh, yeah.
So that was really cool. A lot of great obstacles and rigs for such a small new race. I highly recommend getting down to Missouri. So it's kind of located near Cape Girardeau, Missouri. If you're not familiar, if you go all the way down to the bottom tip of Illinois and just hang a right west, it's just across the river there. Beautiful area.
Lovely.
Yeah, some great hills to run through, but definitely a good one. And the Mythic race, that one's going to be on April 3rd this year. So April 3rd, if you can get down to Mythic, they would appreciate it. And that brings us a little bit closer to home. Highlander's not going to be in May anymore, so the only May race is going to be our friends over at Frontline OCR. Ed's bringing that back to Byron, Illinois. You're familiar with the Moto Park there that they always have a great time at. What's your favorite part about Frontline?
Oh, there's a lot of it. I mean, from the location to the fact that Ed has a different branch of the United States Armed Forces. I'm always a big fan of that. I do believe that we're missing a lot of patriotism, and it's a good reminder that it's still there, and there's still a lot of people that give a damn about this country, and I think it's fantastic, especially Ed, so I want to thank him for that. As being an adopted son of this country, it's wonderful to see it, but I like that it's difficult. The vest too, Chad. I always do the vest, but I have, I'm determined every year. I'm determined to keep it. So that's something I come up with. I'm going to train with a vest, get closer to it. The obstacles are very technical, and the course is just nice. It's not too hilly, but it's not too flat either. You got a nice area there, and we always seem to get decent enough weather, don't we? Around that time, it always seems to be.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever had bad weather there.
Right. So the weather gods are shining on Ed and the guys, but really great bunch of lads. And I'll keep saying about volunteering. If anybody is watching this and you don't want to run races, that's fine. Don't do it. But I would encourage you to meet up with people like Mr. Neely that come on, and you'll meet a lot of good people and be surrounded by them and get the help out too. It feels good.
It definitely does. Again, all of our community will be out there locally. So it's good to see those people, and there's a lot of people from all over the country that come out to Frontline. So it's nice to meet new people and get to run with them and get their ideas on the different obstacles. After Frontline, that kind of rolls us right into one of our own, our big one, Highlander Assault.
Never heard of it. Any good, is it?
I hear it's not too bad. This year it's going to be big. It's going to be Highlander Assault. Bigger, yes, absolutely. Highlander Assault in the morning, and then we go with it's an inside joke, guys.
It's a joke, all right.
Yeah.
But yes, it'll be a wonderful race, Chad. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people are talking to me, and they're excited about the new event and the layout.
Yeah, so it's going to be.
That's all about keeping it fresh, right?
Yeah, we're going to do Highlander Assault in the morning. It'll be kind of condensed. Instead of every 30 minutes, we'll send everybody out every 15. Same amount of heats. That 30 minutes just took too long. I mean, we're sitting there trying to figure out stuff to do in the village, but if we can keep blasting through all those heats, it's going to be great. A little bit of a break to reroute for the Family Frenzy course, which is new this year. We kind of retired the Scotty McFitness Challenge for the kids. Due to feedback, we had a lot of people saying, well, I'd like to run with my kids, and I can't run, and then they're going to do the kids course because I'm not there. So we said, well, why don't we have them run together? So the Family Frenzy came to about, and that is a 2-mile course with we'll probably do like 10 obstacles, maybe 12 modified for the kids. So let's say, for example, you have a 4-foot wall. We may put some studs on one half of it so that the kids can climb it like a ladder instead of trying to get over the 4 foot. So
right.
They'll still get a t-shirt medal just like everyone else. So that'll be fun. And then after that, we have a couple-hour break while the course guys set up for Dark Ages. We're going to try to bring in some live music, some entertainment, games, competitions, contests, all that stuff. Matt will be running that. And then once that rolls through, we'll start the opening ceremonies for Dark Ages. And it'll be just like we usually do. We start running at night. So it's a lot to handle, but we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Just like you said before, though, if you want to volunteer, reach out to us. We're going to have the volunteer portals up soon. I need to meet with Trish, our volunteer coordinator, so that we can plan that out to make sure that everything's covered. But if you have any questions or groups and you want to bring them out, by all means, reach out to us. We'd be glad to have you come out. So after Highlander, one of our favorites from out of state, the big War-X. War-X on June 29th in Thurman, Ohio. I can't say enough about those guys. They are my kind of people, and that is my kind of obstacle race. What are your thoughts on War-X?
It's one of those courses where I actually shit myself a little bit because some of those obstacles they push you to the limit. And that's not taking it away from ASR or any of the other guys, Frontline, Case Creek, ourselves, not at all. But I've never been submerged down into a tube like some of those ones. Yeah. I don't know. And then that slide that goes down and the flamethrowers going and the ammo going off behind you and carrying ammo boxes on or barbed wire and stuff. That's my sort of stuff. That's my jam. And it's just run by a great bunch of fellas, great bunch of lads and lassies. But I'm down there a couple of years back, did the trilogy. So you have 2 events on one day, and then you do a 5K trail run on the Sunday morning. You get your trilogy. The medals are always, they make them themselves. They put a lot of thought into their obstacles and the experience of everybody. And we are big fans, and we will be there. We're always looking forward to it. But check them out, warx.com. They're on Facebook. That's a great one. I'm glad we came across that, and I'm glad we met those guys.
Yeah, we got to get the biggest team this year, though.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yep. So if you guys want a challenging course, it's pretty much in the foothills of the Appalachians. I mean, it's rolling hills that you're going up, and then you feel like you're going up again, and then up again before you go down. So it's a challenge if you like trails, but there's so many unique obstacles on that course. It's amazing. You have to get out there. It's kind of one of those, like Indian Mud Run was kind of a bucket list race for a lot of people. I think War-X is really in that same kind of category. You must do War-X. It's a great time, great people, fun event. So,
and you will go back every year. If you do it one time, you will go back. It'll be one of those things you put in your calendar and say, let me take off that weekend. I'm going to do that. Now it's a family event for me. I look forward to it. I make sure I'm not working that Monday or even the Friday before. It's a vacation almost too. It's just a really great experience. Just like ours at Highlander, you look forward to it. Like all of the guys, it's just a great time.
It is a great time. Moving on from War-X, we go all the way to August 3rd, 2024 in Coal Valley, Illinois, the Case Creek obstacle race. That's the one that we did that one year. Me and you ran it together.
We did.
I like that one because to me, it reminds me of the old school OCR. And I don't say this bad because we have some of the same kind of feel. The old clunky obstacles, you know what I mean?
Gritty.
Like out of wood, you're going through creeks, up and down hills, carrying Atlas stones. It feels like 90 degrees up a hill, and it's a fun one to do. They keep it kind of low key as far as putting it out there, but if I had to say, I would go to that one every year if I could too. It's a great quiz. If you're available on August 3rd, make sure that you hit that one. Next, we would have Midwest OCR. That's a new one. That's going to be in Marseilles, Illinois. That is run by Race Ready Obstacles. A lot of you know them. Marseilles is an interesting location. That's where the old Dirt Runner OCR training course was, and Spartan used to be down there when Spartan was in its Illinois heyday. That was where they had theirs. Wonderful location. When you see the train there, Matt, you're going to freak out. It's amazing.
Okay.
Cliff sides, creek runs where you have the cliff faces along the creeks, and lots of forest, lots of hill climbs. So that one's a great one. Midwest OCR Race Ready Obstacles, they always bring good stuff to the events as far as rigs and obstacles go. So it should be a fun one to be at, and we'll be there.
I'm excited for that, Dana and Aaron. Yeah. It'll
Yeah,
be
that
really exciting. And make sure you all go out there and show your support.
Yep, that one will be, again, September 28th. And then we follow with a special new Highlander event, the Haunted Highlander Assaults. What's nice about this one is it's a hybrid. It's you get to kind of choose your own. You can either hike it, you can trail run it, or you can do obstacles. So what we'll do is it's going to be a 5K. We will have obstacles on the course, but you can pick to do either the obstacles. This one is not really a competitive event. It's more of a running entertainment, I like to call it. You can hike it, trail run it, or OCR it. Along the way, you're going to run into zombies, ghosts, all kinds of creepy, crawly things in the woods. We were joking that maybe instead of we won't have the tilt-a-kilt at the end, but use the rigging and have like body parts hanging from it to run through. So we're coming up with ideas for that. We'll have costume contests. So it's kind of a blowout end of the year. Let's just have fun and all go out and run together kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
You'll still get your medal and t-shirt, those kind of things, as long as you finish. But it's something new, something different, and we really look forward to getting out there and putting that one on. After that, I believe Abominable Racing will have a trail run. I don't have a date yet for that, but I don't know if Bill's still in the commenting area here, but we're just waiting on a date for that, and that should usually be right after our Haunted Highlander, and then we roll right into another new year, man.
It's going to be a long year, but it's going to be a good one, Chad. There's a lot
of stuff. When you're having fun, Matthew.
I'm going to do Spartan in Arizona in February. I can't wait for that. That's going to break it up for me a little bit.
Excuse me? You're doing what? Did you say Spartan?
I may have said something. It's Irish for an OCR. But February, going out to Arizona, I want to go and try and do as many different states. I know there's a couple of people that are trying to do things like that, and I haven't been to all the states, obviously, but I'm going to try. And sometimes you got to bite the bullet, Chad. You know this.
For real? Damn, it must be true.
You must be, yeah. Shizzle.
Oh, jeez. All right, so I just want to remind everybody before we hang up here today. We got what? Hey, relax. I'm trying to work here. We have a discount going on, guys. It ends tonight. You have about 5 hours to go? Less than 5 hours. That's our 2024 discount. Save 24% with code 2024. at HighlanderAssault.com. That's going to get you Dark Ages or Highlander Assault. Family Frenzy's already discounted, and so is the Haunted Highlander. Prices do go up on every single race, including Family Frenzy and Haunted Highlander on the 8th. So save your money now, and you can avoid maybe leaving one of the kids at home because you can't afford that extra one. So get the races in now, and you're going to save a bunch. That being said, too, we will be sending out some sponsor information soon to some of our friends and sponsors. They'll be getting that. If you'd be interested in sponsoring Highlander Assault, head over to HighlanderAssault.com, visit our sponsor tab. It'll give you all the information, kind of the perks and benefits. You have to remember this community, this sport, this business, it caters to a lot of what businesses are looking for. Upper middle class, age ranges mainly from 30 to 40 years old, families. So there's a lot to look into as far as coming out and getting some business for yourself and meeting new people and connections. So check us out. That alone too, you also have our Facebook connections, Instagram connections, Twitter connections. So we'll put your name out there. We'll get you on the lives here. We'll throw a commercial up for you. But by all means, check us out on our sponsor page, or you can reach out to me at chad@HighlanderAssault.com. We can work out a custom one as well. So if you're interested, let us know, and we'll get with you. Anything closing there, Matt?
Yeah, if anybody's interested in Team Highlander Assault, shoot me an email, matt@HighlanderAssault.com, or the Facebook page. And self-explanatory, really. It's the team. It is the team, the Highlander team, the official. So we'd love to have you if you're interested, and we have a lot of different prizes and bits and pieces going on, and training events and things like that. So yeah, we'd love to see you.
I'm surprised you didn't ask Bryan to join while you had him on.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'll get to him.
All right, folks. We're gonna just check the comments real quick before we go to make sure we don't have any questions that we missed. You see anything in there, Matt?
Let's see. Question-wise.
Let's see here. We got the
size up. Oh yeah, for the compression close, we went over that one. Yep. There's Abominable Racing likes Joe Biden. Let's see. What else do we have? Volunteers make race day. Yeah, volunteering, big one.
Let's see here.
That's about it, really.
Abominable can't wait for the new format Highlander.
No.
Oh, we'll have food trucks at our events. Yeah, I don't see.
These old hats get a wee bit itchy. That's the only thing I'd say about them.
What?
What do you think? These old Highlander hats get a wee bit itchy.
Are you complaining about our gear?
Hey, I wouldn't be dishonest to anybody, You want a good
Emotional damage.
All right, folks, on that note, we're going to go ahead and cut you loose. We'll be back next week with the Bill Wolf and the Abominable Snow Race. See you guys.
Very nice.